Now, permutations of similar objects is clear to every one of you. We did that in the last lecture. Any confusions in that? Yes, be attentive. Few more questions of permutations are remaining. So first we finish that part, then we shift over to the next topic of combinations. Any doubts in the homework? Yes? Did you all try that go by 10 trains, return by 9 trains? How many ways can you plan your journey? Logic of 90? So by 90 but 10 into 9 or 9 into 10. What happened? Headache. Get the phone call done. What the phone call done? Headache and all is normal. You should come on time for that. So head was not in here. Now be attentive everyone. You can go by 10 trains and you can return by 9. So going can be done in 10 ways, returning can be done in 9 ways, 10 into 9, 90. Okay. This is called fundamental principle of multiplication. Repeat. Fundamental principle of multiplication. There are two fundamental principles of counting. One is multiplication, the other is addition. What is fundamental rule of multiplication counting? If one thing can be done in m ways, letter M for mother. If one thing can be done in m ways, like going from Baroda to Bombay can be done in 10 different ways. And another thing can be done in n ways. Returning from Bombay to Baroda can be done in 9 ways. Then total number of ways of doing the same thing is m into n. For 1 mark it can be asked in exams. Remember this example of Bombay, Baroda, Baroda, Bombay. What is fundamental principle of multiplication? If one thing can be done in m ways and another thing can be done in n ways, then what are the total number of ways of doing it? M into n. What do you call this? Fundamental principle of multiplication. How will you explain that? If one thing can be done in n ways, another thing can be done in n ways, then total number of ways of doing it is m into n. Got it everyone? And always remember this example so you will be able to explain it easily. What did I tell you? There are two rules of fundamental counting. One is fundamental rule of multiplication, the other is fundamental rule of addition. Now what is fundamental rule of addition? Understand? If one group, let us say boys, consists of m number of things. Let us say there are 12 boys. Another group, let us say girls, consists of n things. Let us say 8 girls. How many boys? How many girls? If I have to select one person from both, then I can select in m plus n ways. 12 boys, 8 girls, 12 plus 8. If I want to select one person, I can select in 20 different ways. Boy 1, boy 2 up till boy 12. And girl 1, girl 2 up till girl 8. So if one group consists of m things, another group consists of n things, then total selection is equal to m plus n. Okay, very important from exam point of view. One is fundamental rule of multiplication, another is fundamental rule of addition. How will you explain fundamental rule of multiplication? If one thing can be done in m ways, another thing can be done in n ways, then total number of ways of doing it is m into n. Fundamental rule of addition. Remember boys girls example. If one group consists of m things. Another group consists of n things. Then selection of one thing can be done in m plus n ways. Understood this? Look at page number 215, 214. Look at page number 214. Do you find at the bottom fundamental principle of counting for addition? Do you find it or not? Mark it important for 1 mark. On the next page, underline second line. If there are m distinct things in group 1 and n distinct things in group 2, then selection of one thing from total things of both groups can be done in m plus n ways. This rule is called fundamental principle of counting for addition. Any doubt with this? Which example you remember for this? Boys and girls. Below that, do you find fundamental principle of counting for multiplication? Now mark that also important. Underline the first 3 lines. If the first operation can be done in n ways, like going from Baroda to Bombay, 10 ways. And second operation can be done in n ways, like returning from Bombay to Baroda by 9 different trains, not from the same train how you go. Then the 2 operations together can be done in m into n is 10 into 9, 9. This rule is called fundamental principle of counting for multiplication. Will you remember if it comes in exams? If it comes in exams, multiplication, remember Bombay, Baroda. And addition, boys, girls. Look at exercise 6.1, page 228, question number 12. Question number 12, page 228. Exercise 6.1, question 12. I'm doing this on the board. Then one question you'll be trying on your own, similar ones, so be in depth. What is the ratio of number of arrangements of all the letters of the word Ashok and Gita? One by one we take the words. Give the heading Ashok. Now tell me, is there any repetition? Do you find any similar letters or objects? Yes or no? No. Will you apply the formula NTR or n factorial upon p factorial, q factorial, r factorial? NTR, because there are no similar objects. How many letters are there? 5. In how many ways can you arrange? 5p 5, 5 factorial 120. Understood this? Get on below that. The total number of arrangements, of all the letters of the word Ashok is equal to 5p5 is equal to 5 factorial is equal to 120. Any confusion with this? All okay with it? Now Gita. Only Gita, no Babita. How many letters are there? Now here do you have similar objects? E is repeated 2 times. So here will you apply the formula NTR or n factorial upon p factorial, q factorial? N factorial upon p factorial, q factorial. Around here, n is equal to 5. Total 5 letters are there. Then p is equal to number of repetitions of letter E is equal to 2. GTA is not repeated. So So we don't write that. Okay? Below that, therefore, total number of arrangements is equal to n factorial upon p factorial. Okay, so 5 factorial upon 2 factorial, 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 factorial upon 2 factorial gets cancelled, 60. 5 into 4, 20 into 3, 60. Did you understand this, everyone? Ashok can be arranged in how many ways? 120. Gita, 60. We are asked the ratio. Underline the word ratio in the question. What is the main question asked for you? Ratio, right? Below that, write down therefore ratio Ashok Gita. Now 120, 60. What is LCM? 60. What is LCM in 120 and 60? Divide both by 60. What is 120 divided by 60? What is 120 divided by 60? 2. 60 divided by 60. What is the ratio? 2:1. Did you understand how to get this ratio? 120 and 60 both are divided by 60. So ratio is 2:1. Any confusion with this? One question you'll try on your own. Look at exercise 6, section C, page 245. Question number 9. Okay, page 245. Exercise 6, section C, question number 9. I discuss it and you'll do it on your own. What will be the ratio, underline the word ratio, of number of arrangements using all the letters of the word rolls and dolls? But tell me, rolls, do you have repetitions?
Yes.
Dolls?
Yes.
So both the places you'll use this formula.
Yes.
Solve it first, dolls, then rolls, and then obtain this ratio. Okay, first dolls, then rolls, and then the ratio also. Yes, correct? 1:1, correct? Both are 60-60. Because dolls also NS, yes, silence. NS 5, L is repeated 2 times. So P is 2. N factorial upon P factorial. 5 factorial upon 2 factorial, as we did earlier, 60. For Gita we did it already. Even rolls, N is 5 and L is repeated 2 times. So P is again 2. Here also N factorial upon P factorial. 5 factorial upon 2 factorial, 60. So ratio dolls and rolls. 60, 60, 1:1. Both are divisible by 60, so 1:1. Who will get this right? So everyone is clear with this portion? Now last question 8, last question of permutations topic. Mark it as important and you all will repeat it also in the homework. Because there is no similar question in illustrations, you will be repeating it in the homework also. Put your pens down and understand it thoroughly first, then I'll give you time to write. Understand it first. Question number 8. How many numbers can be formed using all the digits of the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1 such that odd digits occupy odd places? First of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tell me, do we have to apply NPR formula or N factorial upon PQR factorial? n upon PQR, because 1 is repeated, 2 is repeated, 3 is repeated. Can you all see that? 1 is repeated, 2 is repeated, 3 is repeated. So second formula will come. Okay. Now the condition is odd numbers should come in odd places. How can we do that? Understand it. Can I say odd numbers are 1, 3, 3, 1? Which are the odd numbers? 1, 3, 3, 1. Total how many numbers are there? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you able to understand?
Yes.
No tare zameen par. 7 numbers, all of you are clear with this? Now, odd numbers. Odd numbers have to come in odd place. Odd places first, third, fifth, seventh. Any confusion? These odd numbers should come in these odd places. Any doubts in this? Raise your hand. How can you arrange 4 odd numbers in 4 odd places? Manish? Don't do this mistake. Just now I discussed. Will we use first concept or second? Will we use first concept or second? Repetition is there. So 4p4 24 ways are not possible, because whether you write 3-3 or 3-3, it's same only. They are similar objects. So here we'll use the second formula. Means be attentive. N is equal to 4. Total how many numbers are there? 4. P is number of repetition of 1. 1 is repeated how many times? Q is number of repetitions of 3. 3 is repeated how many times? So n factorial upon p factorial into q factorial. 4 factorial upon 2 factorial into 2 factorial. 4 into 3 into 2 factorial. 2 factorial, 2 into 1. 2 gets cancelled, 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2 into 3 is 6. I repeat it. 4 we open up till 2. So 4 into 3 into 2 factorial. The other number 2 we open completely. 2 into 1. 2 factorial gets cancelled. 2 into 2 is 4. 2 into 3 is 6. Did everyone understand this? Now, can I say odd numbers come in odd places? The condition means even numbers come in even places. Automatically when they say odd numbers come in odd places, means even numbers come in even places. Which are the even numbers? 2, 4, 2. Okay? The left out ones. 2, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which are the even places? Second, 4, 6. Now these 3 numbers, how can we arrange in these 3 places? Don't use the formula 3p3, because 2 is repeated. In case it was 2, 4, 6, then you would have said 3p3. But 2 is repeated. So same concept. Here again, n is equal to 3. P is equal to number of repetitions of 2. That is again 2. 2 times it's repeated. So what will be the formula? N factorial upon p factorial. 4 is not repeated, so I am not writing. 3 factorial upon 2 factorial. 3 into 2 factorial upon 2 factorial. 2 gets cancelled. 3. Now, odd numbers can be arranged in odd places in and. Even numbers in even places, 3 ways. And means multiplication. I told you in the beginning, and means multiplication. Or means addition. So what are the total number of arrangements? Total number of arrangements are 6 into 3, 18. Remember, and means multiplication, or means addition. If we have to arrange odd numbers in odd places, means we have to arrange odd numbers in odd places and even numbers in even places. So 6 into 3, 8. Mark it important and repeat homework. Complete this. Completed? Yes. Who else is solving it? Now, this one you will repeat in homework, okay? Now, second topic of the chapter, that is combinations. Permutations is completed. First of all, what one word did I tell you for permutations? Arrangements. Permutation means arrangements. Same way, combination means selection. Permutation means arrangement. Combination means selection. Okay? Understand the concept first. Put your pens down. Himanshu, come on the stage. And Jayan, come on the stage. And please keep silence everywhere. Now I need two girls also. Pramati, come on the stage. And please keep silence. And Richa, come on the stage. Okay. Now listen carefully, everyone. Listen carefully, everyone. Okay. Go and stand with Pramati. Okay. Now, you go on this experiment. No, you come. You come this side. Now, if I say, I have to take photograph of these two people, then one photograph is Pramati, who is in blue, and the other one is Jen. Okay. And one more photograph is, you come on that side and you come this side. This is one more photograph. Is there two different photographs? Is there two arrangements like Jen and Pramati, Pramati and Jen, same or different? Different, because in one photograph Jen is on the left and Pramati is on the right, and the first arrangement Pramati was on the left and Jen is on the right. Did you understand this portion? So two different arrangements, right? Now suppose, come back. I have to invite two people out of them. Go that side. Suppose I have to invite two people out of them for, let us say, movie. Suppose I have booked 3 tickets. One is myself, I'll be going. I want 2 more people to join with me. 2 more people to join with me. Now, so if I have to invite 2 people for movie, understand it properly. Now, suppose first is Jen. First I take all the selections with Jen. So Jen, you come this side. Now Jen and Himanshu. Does it make any difference if I say I have invited Jen and Himanshu or Himanshu and Jen? No. Are both same or not? Yes. But if I take a photograph, then Jen, Himanshu, Himanshu, Jen are 2 different things. But if I'm inviting them for a movie, then Jen and Himanshu or Himanshu and Jen is one and the same. First I'm taking with Jen. You go out in the class. Pramati, you come this side. First I'm taking all the selections with Jen. Does it make any difference whether say I'm inviting Jen and Pramati or Pramati and Jen? Not Padmavati. make any difference whether I say I've invited Jen and Pramati or Pramati and Jen? They cannot be any difference. Are you okay with this? Pramati out. Richa, come here. Jen and Richa. Does it make any difference whether I say I've invited Jen and Richa or Richa and Jen? No. Okay, now with Jen I have taken. Now you go out. Now let us say with Richa what all is possible. First of all, will I take Jen again? Right? I have invited Jen and Richa for the movie, or Richa and Jen for the movie is same. So will I take Richa and Jen again? Both are one and the same only. Okay, so what all can I take with Richa now? Pramati, come here. Yes, tune in. I'll explain it again. I'm inviting two people for the dinner. Sorry, movie. I'm inviting two people for the movie. Now you just tell me, you just tell me one thing. I say that I'm going for the movie with Richa and Pramati. Or I'm going for the movie with Pramati and Richa. Does it make any difference? So R and P, P and R are same. J and R and J are same. Because I'm not taking their photographs. I'm inviting them for the movie. I'm selecting two out of them. Did you understand the difference? No. With Richa, Pramati, what else is possible with Richa? Pramati or Himanshu? Did you understand this, everyone? Richa out. Now, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Whom can I select with Himanshu? Yes, Pramati can. So, I cannot take Jen again because Himanshu and Jen and Himanshu is one and the same. Even I cannot take Richa because Richa and Himanshu and Richa is one and the same. So only one is left out, that is Himanshu and Pramati. Or Pramati and Himanshu one and the same. Did you understand this? Take your seats. How many selections are possible? 6. Now, what is the basic difference in permutations and combinations? In permutations, AB is different from BA. In combinations, AB and BA are same. Did you understand the basic difference in permutations and combinations? In permutations, AB is different from BA. And in combinations, AB and BA are same. Did everyone understand it or not? Now what is the other words which will indicate combination? Understand it? Other than selection, if you come across the word invitation, committee, no need to have fun. In exams, this will be the biggest challenge. Right now what happens? We did permutation, exercise 6.1, exercise 6 similar questions. So you know already you are doing permutations only. You don't have to identify. Now we'll take combination, exercise 6.2, then exercise 6. You know you are doing combination. But in exams, it will not be mentioned solve this by permutation. Solve this by combination. First of all, you get confused in identifying. Do you have to apply permutations formula or combinations? So these are the important things. Permutations, how will you identify? Arrangement. Other than arrangement, numbers questions. Letters questions. Arrangements, numbers and letters is always question of permutation. And if you find the words selection, invitation, committee, then it is combinations. Each and every question of combination, problem questions, I make you underline the keywords which indicate that we have to solve by combinations. Got everyone? NCR or NCR. Like permutation NPR or NPR, your combination NCR or NCR. The main formula is n factorial, NCR is equal to n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial. What was NPR? N factorial upon n minus r factorial. What is extra? Now can I say n factorial upon n minus r factorial is NPR? Yes or no? N factorial upon n minus r factorial is NPR. Further it is divided by r factorial. So NCR is always equal to NPR upon r factorial. Okay? For example, like we did right now, out of 4 people, I selected 2. So that was 4C2. 4 factorial. What is in place of n? Upon? What is in place of r? And n minus r. Understood this? So 4 factorial upon 2 factorial. What is 4 minus 2? 4 you will open 3 into 2 factorial. 2 factorial cancel. 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 3. Did we get 6 combinations or not? Okay. If you have to do 10C3, then 10 factorial upon 3 factorial into 10 minus 3 factorial. 10 factorial upon 3 factorial into 10 minus 3, 7. Now we will open 10 or 10? 7. Bigger number in the denominator. Always open numerator up there. Bigger number in the denominator. Means 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 factorial. Instead of writing 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I just write 7 factorial. Other than 7, what remains? Open that completely. What is 3 factorial? 3 into 2 into 1. And 7 factorial as it is. 7 gets cancelled. 3 into 3. 2 into 10 into 3, 30 into 4. Understood this, everyone? So, write down. Write down meaning first. Combination means. Did you all give this heading? Give this heading and write these 3 words also in bracket, which will indicate combinations, okay? Selection, invitation and committee. Completed? Yes. Combination means selection of certain number of items in bracket, say R items, in bracket say R items, out of a group of items in bracket say N items. Did you understand this? Combination means selection of certain number of items, say R items, out of group of items, say N items. Okay? Full stop. It is denoted by, write this, either this way NCR or this way NCR. Okay? Now write down the formula and both the examples to understand. Raise your hand who is still writing the examples, and anyone who is not there with those examples. Now, like in permutations, we had seen 3 nodes. NP0 is always equal to 1. Then np1 is always equal to n. Then we have seen npn is always equal to n factorial. Even np1, npn minus 1 both are equal to n. That is what we had seen. Same way, we'll see 4 nodes over here also. There it was 3 nodes, here we'll see 4 nodes. Put your pens down. All the 4 nodes, understand it first, then you have to write it. Okay? First, nc0 is equal to 1 and even ncn is equal to 1. Okay? Understand it now. nc0 n factorial upon 0 factorial into n minus 0 factorial. So n factorial upon 0 factorial is 1. N minus 0 is n factorial. N factorial gets cancelled. Answer is 1. Even NCN, n factorial upon n factorial into n minus n factorial, that is equal to n factorial upon n factorial to n minus n is 0 factorial. N gets cancelled. 0 factorial is 1. It means what? Example, 8c0 will also be equal to 1 and 8c8 will also be equal to 1. 10c0 1. 10c10 1. Understood this? Second note, nc1 will be equal to n and n minus 1 will also be equal to n. First understand this. nc1 n factorial upon 1 factorial into n minus 1 factorial. What is going on here? Now, n can be open as n into n minus 1 factorial. We studied that in the permutations also. N factorial is n into n minus 1 into n minus 1 into n minus 3. Here denominator we have. So we open n up till n minus 1. And in the denominator 1 factorial into n minus 1. N minus 1 gets, what is n upon 1? N. And the other one, nc n minus 1. N factorial upon, what is in place of r? N minus 1 factorial into n minus r. Listen carefully, this is like r. If I do n minus r, then minus n and minus minus will become plus 1. Did you understand this, everyone? nc n minus 1. So, n factorial, in place of r, what do we have? N minus 1. So, in place of r factorial, I write n minus 1 factorial. In place of n minus r, I write n minus n and minus minus will become plus 1. So, n factorial upon n minus 1 factorial and n minus n gets cancelled. What remains? Only 1 factorial. Now, again n I'll open up till n minus 1 factorial upon n minus 1 factorial into 1. What remains finally? N. What does it mean? 8c1 is equal to 8 and also 8, so what is 8 minus 1? That is also equal to 8. What will be 11c1 and 11c10? 15c1 and 15c14 also 15. Okay. Third note, NCR is always equal to NCN minus R. Now actually this we have already seen here. Like NCR equals to NC N minus R. What is N minus R? N minus 0. N minus 0. N. Does it value come same as NCN or not? N minus 1. Does NC1 come equal to NCN minus 1 or not? So NCR is always equal to NC n minus R. Understand it? NCR, left hand side. N factorial upon R factorial into n minus R factorial. Right hand side. NC n minus R. N factorial upon n minus R factorial into, how will you get this n minus this? N minus n and minus minus plus R factorial. So n factorial upon n minus R factorial into n minus n cancel, what remains only? 2. Now compare 1 and 2. Numerator of both is n factorial, and denominator both the places we have R factorial, and in denominator both the places we have n minus R factorial. So NCR will always equal to NC minus n minus R. Example, 8C3. What is 8 minus 3? It will be equal to 8C. 14C2 will be equal to 14C 12. What is 14 minus 2? 12. 25C4 will be equal to 25C21. 25 minus 4, 21. This is the most important note which will apply throughout the chapter, so remember this, okay? And last, if NCX is equal to NCY, then two things are possible. Either NCX equals to NCY means either X is equal to Y. When will both be same? When X is equal to Y, or X plus Y is equal to N. Like for example, NC0 and NCN both are coming same. What is 0 plus N? N. Even in this one, 8C3, 8C5 both are coming same. What is 3 plus 5? So X plus Y will be equal to N. If NCX is equal to NCY, either X will be equal to Y or X plus Y will be equal to N. Okay. Now see, what I want you people to do in homework is listen carefully. Main rule with one example. This. I don't want the explanation in homework. This. This. And this complete, because there is no explanation here. 3 times you'll repeat in homework. Without the explanation, 3 times you'll repeat in homework. And try to write it without saying. So that when you solve the questions, you remember exactly what it is. But everyone, complete this, and completing it you can. Right now, write the explanation. In homework, you don't have to write the explanation. I just want the main points. Okay? Yes. Which one? This one? Left hand side is NCR. It's formula only. Right hand side is NCN minus R. So n factorial upon what is in place of R? N minus R. And then we do n minus R. That way here we do n minus R. If we do n minus R, then minus minus will become plus. So n minus n gets cancelled. Only R factorial remains. Is any doubts in any of the notes? So tomorrow we'll start with the practical examples of combination, okay? Bye everyone.